Welcome to this week's Weather Impact. I'm meteorologist Matt Willoughby, and this week we are breaking down something a little different. We're talking about the 10 weather myths about severe weather that may you hear. Of course, we always hear different types of things of, oh, you can't do this or you can't do that, but we are here to break down and give you an accurate depiction of what you can't do and can do during severe weather. So we're going to start us off with number one. Does a warm winter set up a busy severe weather season? Well, actually, the two aren't really together. But of course, if you get some warmer conditions during the spring, that could likely set up a severe weather season. So even if the warm winter does happen, it's not really together when it comes to a busy severe weather season. But you could see at least that severe weather start into those earlier spring months that we do see as we go throughout the next several years. So that is, in fact, myth number one. We're going to break it down even more. And we got myth number two. Rubber soles protect you from lightning. Well, this is also a myth. They do not protect you from lightning. Even if you do have rubber soles on, you are still a likely attraction to lightning no matter what you have on. So always be safe and make sure if you hear the roar, make sure you head indoors if you do in fact hear lightning. Number three, thunderstorms and tornadoes always move from west to east. Well, most times than none, we do see those large weather systems or any weather systems move at least from west to east, but that's not always the case. Tornadoes can be very erratic, and thunderstorms too, to where they can move different directions from north to south, west to north, or anything else as you go during those severe weather months. So always key to know that this is also a myth when it comes to thunderstorms and tornadoes moving west to east. Our number four, flash floods can only occur along flowing streams. Well, not also true. We have many places across the country where they're under sea level. One example is New Orleans. Maybe not near a stream, but under sea level, that can cause a lot of problems when it comes to flooding, and it could be very easily flooding. So it could just be in the middle of a farm or anything, but it could easily flood as a flash flood, or even a neighborhood can definitely flood if there is no stream nearby. That is, in fact, myth number four. We're breaking this down even more. We're going to keep going with the myths. And our fifth one is tornadoes don't affect downtown or populated areas. This is one of the bigger ones we like to talk about. Of course, you typically don't see or hear about tornadoes happening in like New York City or Chicago or Los Angeles, but they still can happen. So never think that this is a possible chance that, hey, if I'm in downtown Toledo or if I'm in downtown Detroit, a tornado won't affect me. That can still happen, as a tornado can pretty much happen anywhere you are into populated areas, especially. Now, as we go throughout myth number six, large and heavy vehicles are safe to drive through the water. Now, of course, we know we have the big, pretty much souped up trucks, or at least trucks are above ground, or, you know, big SUVs. Well, that's still not safe to go through those waters, at least flooded waters, that is, as it only takes about 2 feet of water to actually move a vehicle off the ground. So it is never safe, no matter if you have a large vehicle or a heavy vehicle, to go through flooded waters. And it could cause a problem not only for your vehicle, but for your safety as well. That is, in fact, myth number six. Number seven, tornadoes never strike in the same place. This is also another myth. Sometimes it is very hard to get the exact depiction of the exact same route a tornado goes, but it can also still strike in the same place. About 2008, there was a church that was hit by a tornado twice. It was back in 2006 and in 2008. So it is very possible that a tornado could strike in the same place. And that is, in fact, myth number seven. We're going to go to myth number eight now. Seeking shelter under a bridge overpass is safe. Well, of course, if you're on the road, it is always, of course, very daunting to be on the road and you see severe weather happening. You may just want to pull on the side of the road, but it is not always safe to pull under a shelter, or at least seeking shelter under a bridge, as debris could likely flow under that bridge, and it could cause some damage not only to your car, but to yourself as well. So if you do see a tornado or a strong thunderstorm, it is not always safe to seek shelter under a bridge or overpass. And that is, in fact, myth number 8. Now we got 2 more for you as you go throughout this Mythbusters, severe weather Mythbusters. Number 9, water spouts can't move on the shore. This is not true at all. Of course, we have that circulation when it comes to water spouts, and typically they do form on water. But if that does, in fact, roll onto land, well, the National Weather Service will, in fact, issue a tornado warning if that does happen. But good news is, when it comes to water spouts, they don't necessarily at least live on land if they do go from water to land. So the life cycle from a water spout going from water to land is very short, and it is rare, but it can still happen. So this is, in fact, myth number 9, our last one of this severe weather Mythbusters. Number 10, is it safe to shower during a thunderstorm? Well, this is one of the more common ones where you see the thunderstorms outside and you say, or your mom or dad tell you, it's not safe to shower right now. But is that true? Well, yes, that is also true. It is not safe to shower during a thunderstorm due to the metal piping and, of course, just your house being a beacon to thunder as well. So that is not safe to do, at least as a thunderstorm is happening, as you could get electrocuted as well between the water and the metal. So make sure you never, at least before you get in the shower, always check the weather. Make sure a thunderstorm is not rolling in within the next 10 to 20 minutes if you are about to get into the shower. So that is in effect our last myth, which is myth number 10. Of course, we'll be breaking down more topics as we go throughout the next several weeks, but I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you're able to keep up online and on air as we continue to break down many topics coming up over the next several weeks. Hope you enjoyed this one. I'm meteorologist Matt Willoughby. Thanks for joining this week's Weather Impact.